What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I want to talk about if you don't use it, you lose it. This goes for everything in life. Even the Bible talks about Jesus giving a talent to somebody, and they don't use the talent. They kind of sit on it, and he says, "What has been given to you, even that would be taken from you." And the perfect definition of what that really means is if you don't use it, you lose it. So let's say you got a talent or a skill, right? Yeah, you have it, right? But if you don't continue to exercise it, because nothing is ever stagnant in this world. You know, nothing is ever stagnant. Nothing is ever still. Nothing is ever just in one place. Like, you're either going up or down. And if you're just sitting on your talents and you're not using your talents and you're not exercising your talents, you're going down. You know, and you're losing them, you're forgetting them. And you know, it's not like it's something that you can't exercise or use, but you will get to the point where you're gonna have to start small all over again if you don't use it. You know, everything in this world runs off of this idea that it has to be exercised. Why do you think that if you get a skill in something like a trade, or let's say you become like a lawyer or like a judge, or you or anything, a mechanic or a carpenter, right? Why do you think that you have to renew your license every like 5 years? Because they have to know that you're using this talent. You can't just have the license, right, and not renew it, and then 10 years down the line, you think you're just gonna start carpentry all over again, even though you haven't done it in 10 years. No, you're gonna be just as good as somebody who never learned in the first place. You know, like, you may remember a couple things here and there, right? But those little things that you remember here and there is not going to be enough to keep that going like long term. It's the bigger idea. It's the bigger things that you learn. It's everything that you've learned. It has to be maintained. It has to be exercised. It's like a muscle that needs to constantly be maintained and prepped up and everything like that. You gotta keep these things in check, you know, if you want to see these talents that you have continue to flourish. And you may have a talent, you may be exercising it, right? And for some odd reason, it's not going nowhere. It's not working out. Now, there has to be something going on. There has to be something, because I'm telling you, if you're good at something, you're good at something, period. Like, there's nothing that can stop you from making money out of it, you know, turning it into something successful, turning it into, you're good at something. You're good at something. Everybody's good at something. Don't waste that. You just that you know, I could admit that has to be the most complicated part about having a talent. You're good at it, you know you're good at it, you push at it, and for some reason it's that things are not working out. Don't let the fact that it's not working out, don't let that stop you from continuing to pursue that. You know, I'll admit there's talents that I have that I've been pushing on for a long time now, and it still hasn't gone anywhere yet. And I know I'm good at it. I know it can do something, but for some reason it just hasn't yet. Why? I don't know why. But there has to be something that I'm not doing that there has to be something, you know, there has to be something. And I'm willing to continue to push on these talents, even though there'll be times where I want to give up, but like, it's not worth that. It's not worth giving up, because that then you give it up, you lose it all. You know, it's better that you continue to exercise this talent that you know could potentially be something, and even if it's not right now, and even if it's taking a long time for it to become something, it's better that you continue to exercise those talents than to sit on them and just let it go to waste entirely. Because you do that, you let it go to waste entirely, and you will lose it. You will lose the talent, and if you lose the talent, you lose what you're good at. And if you lose what you're good at, you become someone who just isn't talented. And it's better to be talented at something, and even if you're not making money, I mean, even if you're not even if it's not producing anything, it's better to still be good at something than to not be good at anything and be in the same predicament. You see what I'm saying? So you might as well keep pushing at it because you know you're good at it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't use it, you lose it. And you know, the Bible says that, you know, people who don't use their talent, God is not happy with those people. Even if they've been pushing and pushing and pushing, if you've been pushing at it, right, and you haven't been seeing results yet, He would be more pleased with you in that state than to be the person who just sits on it and doesn't use it. Because I'll admit that there's been times where I wanted to give up on it, on certain talents that I had, because it hasn't been producing anything. There's been times where I would give up on it for a while, but I always ended up coming back to it. Because I know it's what I'm good at. I'm gonna end this video there. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.